So dear students, in today's class, we are going to do one of the grammar topic, that is simple, compound and complex sentence. Before understanding this topic, simple, compound and complex sentence, let's understand basically what is sentence. You know about this or not? Tell me. Do you know what is sentence? Okay, who will be telling me? Yes. Okay, Guneet is saying sentence is a group of words. Only group of words is called sentence. That make sense. Okay, one of the child is saying it has a verb. So basically what is the sentence? It is a group of words that make complete sense. Not only sense, it makes complete sense. Okay, and it has a verb also. For example, I say there are 45 students in 7th B class. There are 45 students in 7th B class. This sentence is conveying any information or not? It is making any sense or not? It has verb or not? So all these conditions are fulfilled here. So this is a type of sentence. And this is a type of which kind of sentence? It is known as simple sentence. It is known as simple sentence. So today we will be discussing three kinds of sentences. The first kind we have is simple. Okay. Compound. And next we have complex. Simple, compound and complex. Simple sentence is that sentence. Simple sentence is that sentence which conveys proper information, which is meaningful. Okay, it has one verb and it is giving us any kind of information that comes in the category of simple sentence. Now, which simple sentence occur in your mind? Any of the student you speak? Stand up and speak. I'm not able to listen. What are you saying? Keep your mask down, then speak. You speak. Any sentence. Any sentence. Last, second last. Okay. 7th class student, they are taking too much time to utter a single sentence. Isn't it surprising? You are sitting in 7th class and you are not able to speak one sentence. You are taking a too much time to think about this. Yes. 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 Keep your mask down. Now speak. हाँ, इसको बोलना नहीं आता. इधर आजा, लेके आऊं कैमरे के आगे. Speak sentence. Sit down. Harman. You tell me. Yes. So these all, but if you are not interested, you can go out. So simple sentence is conveying meaning. Okay. After that, next we have compound sentence. What are basically compound sentence? Okay. See, compound sentence are made up of two simple sentences. Okay. Compound sentence are made up of two simple sentences. This can be sentence 1 and this can be sentence 2. But these two sentences are joined. And how they are joined? Using conjunction. Two sentences are joined and these conjunctions are joined using conjunction. And in order to learn these conjunction, you can learn only this thing, fan boys. Learn only this thing, fan boys. This is a trick I'm telling you. So what is basically fan boys? F for 4, A for, N for, N for nor, B for, O for, Y for, S for, only this. Suppose any of the sentence is asked in your paper and you have to tell what kind is this. If two sentences are joined using any of the conjunction, and these conjunction can be for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So it will come into the category of compound sentence. So in order to learn the conjunctions, you have to learn only fan boys. You have to learn only. Clear, bache? So fan boys is only a trick to learn which conjunctions. It doesn't mean that if any of the conjunction is used, so you'll be saying it is compound sentence. No, bache. If the conjunction, wait. So bache, you write down this rule. This rule is very much beneficial for you. It is very easy to learn. If any of the conjunction is used like for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, and two sentences are joined using these conjunctions, so in which category they will occur? They will occur in category of compound sentence. So on the base of today's explanation of simple and compound sentence, you can do exercise first A and exercise B of page number 178. Okay, clear? So bache start doing. So this concept is clear to you? Okay, bache, next concept we have is of complex sentence. So basically, how will you recognize that these sentences are of complex sentence? Okay. Complex sentence, there are two clauses. One is main clause. One is main clause, and next we have subordinate clause. Next we have subordinate clause. In complex sentence, we have main clause and next is subordinate clause. Clear? So main clause. Main clause is also known as independent clause. Main clause is also known as, why it is known as independent clause? Because it makes its own sense. It's stand alone. It's a stand alone. It makes its own complete sense. Okay. Otherwise, subordinate clause is known as dependent clause. Why it is called dependent clause? Because this clause is dependent on main clause to convey its proper meaning, to convey its proper information. What does it want to say? You got my point? In complex sentence also there will be two sentences, S1 and S2. S1 you can say one clause is of main clause because it is standing alone. It is conveying proper information and it is also known as independent clause. Because if it really wants to convey any information, it can convey. But subordinate clause, it cannot convey its proper information. It has to be dependent on main clause to convey its proper information using clauses, using conjunctions. Okay? Clear? For example, this is the house. Listen carefully, explanation. This is the house where I grew up. This is the house where I grew up. So this is the house that is called what? This is the house, it is known as. Why so? Because it is conveying proper meaning. It is standing alone. If I speak only this sentence, this is the house, will it convey meaning or not? Yes. So that's why it is known as main clause. Okay, but if I speak only where I grew up, it is not conveying proper meaning. Where I grew up, in order to convey its meaning, it has to be dependent on. So this clause is known as subordinate clause. So in order to join these two sentences, this is the house where I grew up, which conjunction is used? Where? So which sentence kind is that? It is known as complex sentence. But if two sentences are joined using only these words, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, then it will come into the category of compound. But if two clauses are joined, one is simple clause, second is subordinate clause, one is dependent, another is independent, okay, and one conjunction is used to join two sentences, it will come into the category of which sentence? Complex sentence. Only three kinds you have to learn, you have to revise thoroughly, you have to go through the explanation very, very carefully. In your grammar book exercise, C is given. You have to combine these simple sentences to form a compound sentence. So we will be doing this also, C also, D also, and E. Let's do. So all of you get ready. Exercise A and B is very simple. You can do on your own or not. Okay, I just take two sentences from every exercise so that you should feel comfortable. What is basically that? Okay, bache? So, who is whispering in the class? Tell me. Who is having problem? So, let's take page number 179. Sorry, page number 178. Exercise A. Sentence first and second. Identify the subject and the finite verb. He opened the cupboard. What is subject? He is a subject. Okay, very good. And opened is what? Opened is what? Very good. Opened is finite verb. In place of finite verb, I have written FV. Clear? Am I clear? Next, he will come here for sure. What is subject? He is subject. And what is finite verb? Will come is, why it is known as finite verb? Because finite verbs are those verbs which change. I have explained finite verb, I think in last previous topic of grammar, when we were doing non-finite, finite. So finite verbs are those verbs which change with the change in number according to the change in person. So now exercise B. Rest of the sentences you will be doing on your own. During revision time, we will be discussing all the answers. Okay. State whether each of the sentences is simple or compound. And today only you will be doing practice of this. Because this topic is fresh in your mind, you'll be able to do. Fatima dances well. Fatima dances well. So first is which sentence? Simple. Why it is simple? Why it is called simple? Harman, do you have any problem? He is your teacher or I'm your teacher? Look at here. Look at the blackboard. Now, my tooth was aching, so I went to see a dentist. So it is joined using a word. So which sentence is this? Compound sentence. Clear? Now let's take two examples from exercise C. Combine these simple sentences to form compound sentence. To form compound sentence. Tarun caught the thief. He handed him over to the police. Tarun got a reward. Who is going to tell me first sentence? Tell me. Yes. Wrong. जबरदस्ती मत उसको बिकॉज लगा के ऐड करो. Yes. Both sentences are joined using word and. Tarun caught the thief and he handed him over to the police. So he got a reward. And Tarun, 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 you will not repeat it again and again. In place of that, you will be writing he. Now next. She was not very well educated. She ran a successful business. So, it will be joined using which conjunction? Yet. Yes. Yet, she ran a successful business. See, there is a contrast between two sentences. So, when there is a contrast, which conjunction is used? Yet. Now, let's take last sentence. You must go with Mala. You must ask somebody to go with her. Must. Why to repeat must? You must go with Mala or ask somebody to go with her. Clear, bachche? Sit down. Yes. Now let's do exercise D. Join the following sentences to form complex sentence and use the words given in bracket. Start doing. Page number 181. See, bache, you have to join two sentences, and in order to join these sentences, one word is also given in bracket. You deceived him, he is angry since. How will you do this? You deceived him, he is angry since. You deceived him, he is angry. So you have to use since. It doesn't mean that whatever the word is given to you, you are going to put that word in the center. No, it's not like that. So where to put since? So yes, you can do like this. He is angry since you deceived him. So this sentence will be shifted at the last. Deceived means cheated. So he is angry since you deceived him. Now, next example I'm going to take is, he failed in the examination, he did not study. He failed in the examination, he did not study. He failed in the examination, he did not study. Yes, very good. So how will you join these two sentences? He failed in the examination because, and he will become of small, because he did not study. Clear? Am I clear with you? Now you'll be able to do this exercise. Each and every sentence will be discussed in class. So your doubts will also be clear. But whatever I have given you two examples, go through it carefully, and rest of the sentences you do on your own. Now let's do exercise E. Let's do exercise E. Exercise E, you have to tell me whether it is simple sentence, compound, or complex. This full exercise we can do just now, because now the concept of simple, compound, and complex is clear in your mind. We'll be easily doing this. Okay. No one can say when the no one can say when the war will end. Huh? Complex. Second, God helps those who help themselves. It is joined using conjunction those. God helps those who help themselves. Complex. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. It is again, he can buy justice because he is rich. Why it is compound? Because it is used by using conjunction because. He is rich but he is very corrupt. Why it is compound? Which conjunction is used? The boy is a rag picker. Simple. So this concept is clear. Okay.